You look great.
Okay, wait, what's this that's standing next to me? It's unfair. Can my interview be over, please? I can't. I don't understand what's happening. She's so beautiful.
So beautiful.
Kathy Najimy is such a brilliant comic actress, a brilliant actress and a brilliant woman, to say the least. All three of them are, right? But I did just say this to her the other day, like when you watch the movie, you're gonna have to potentially, if you like it, you'll have to watch it 4 times. Once for the whole thing, and then a pass on each witch. Because there are things that Kathy Najimy does in this movie that you're gonna miss. Because I like to shoot them, especially with COVID and everything that we're going through, I like to shoot them as a threesome because they work off of each other and it's just genius. I didn't have to cut a performance together because they're so good. But if you could do a pass on each witch, you get to see the absolute gems that Kathy consistently keeps dropping. Subtle and brilliant. Because you can't. So if I watch it with a friend, I'm like, okay, you're watching all 3 of them react to something. I go, okay, just watch Kathy right now. Just watch her. And I'm like, oh my God. And it's constant through the whole movie. Sam Richardson, Tony Hale, and Hannah Waddingham, right? Like they're all genius comic actors. But within that comedy, and they're damn funny in the movie. Ooh, I can't say that kind of. They are very funny in the movie. I know. They're so funny, but they're also great actors because I wanted the balance. Because to me, Hocus Pocus, the big are the witches. The grounded is everything else. But the grounded also can be very funny. So the balance between the witches and the real world is where the funny comes to me. All 3 of them are new teens, are wee witches. Every single person in this movie has done a fantastic job. And we have Doug Jones. What are you going to do? Billy Butcherson, he's a genius. I mean, he's a physical comic genius, and the man has patience beyond comprehension.
What was really, really heartwarming was seeing Gal talk to her kids on FaceTime in her full evil queen getup, that she'd be on FaceTime with her baby being like, but she's got the crown on and the lipstick and the nails. It was amazing. She's just such a wonderful mommy. And to have also somebody who's been at the forefront of so many strong female stories, as you know, she's Wonder Woman, holy.
Wait, she's Wonder Woman?
Guys, that's crazy. But she gave such great advice about the industry and being like a young woman in this industry coming up, and don't let people take advantage of you. And she gave me such wonderful advice.
This weight, all this anticipation building up, has it been somewhat frustrating for you? And how does it feel now that we're finally getting a trailer and it's finally coming up?
Yeah, it's been amazing actually. It's taught me a lot of patience, really. I'm just so excited to be here today and for everyone to see what we've worked so hard on, but it feels like so long ago now that we wrapped. So I'm just grateful. I'm just floating around.
The Lion King broke my damn heart. You know, when I was like 12 and that thing came out and I was watching it with my nephews. I think the really beautiful thing though was if you're gonna experience heartbreak for the first time, like losing a character, you know, why not do it with Disney? Because I felt so taken care of, even though I was experiencing this extreme grief as a child, watching Simba crawl towards Mufasa. So I think it's the perfect place for, as you said, my aesthetic and sort of like this Disney sort of engineered and hopefully given to a much younger audience. I think the thing that Disney does so wonderfully is it allows children, and of course audiences of all generations, but especially children, to experience complex emotions in a very safe way. I never thought I'd get to direct any studio film, you know, so there's that, or that I'd make anything beyond, you know, my student film. So every time a new door unlocks, you know, it's a blessing, but I approach it the same way because the things that have gotten me here obviously are working. It's just about character, emotions, and story. And as we said, the original Lion King is the most emotional, the most heartbreaking story anybody's ever told. It just happens to be in 2D.
It's really fun. For me as a director and as a fan, it's incredibly fun. She's very precise. She works in a very specific way. And it was really enjoyable for me to be able to be a part of that process. And especially in this character, which I don't know that she was completely new. Like she was like, yeah, we'll do this. And then when she got there, she was like, oh wow, I haven't been this girl in a really long time. And then to have to play many versions of that character. There's no spoilers because you can see it in the trailer. It's like she starts to switch personalities and all sorts of stuff starts happening as a result of her wish. So to watch that on set, chef's kiss.
Couldn't believe that it was actually happening because it'd been, every year after the release of Enchanted, we were like, oh, they're going to do a sequel. When are they going to do a sequel? So it was great to be with everybody. It was great to be in Ireland, and it was fun to kind of bring those characters back to life. I have to tell you, I had a really good time on Disenchanted. There were some things I got to do in that I didn't think I was going to be able to do. I just want to be a working actor. So whatever Disney has, I'll go and do.
I remember when I saw the first Enchanted, my friend Marilyn Sue played the bus driver. And I remember watching like, oh gosh, it's so awesome she gets to do that. I wish I could be an Enchanted, And here we are 15 years later, and I was over in Ireland with all those talented people and got to make a movie that I think is really special. So it was really great.
I understand that there's fans of the original. I'm a fan of the original, but I have my own story to tell in this one. And this is a story that's very, very, very dear to me. The first story was much simpler, a rom-com love triangle with fun musical and fairy tale elements. This is legitimately about the human error and folly of trying to control the way that life works. And so and what can happen. Obviously I do it with a lot of fun and a lot of music and dancing, but it's about a lot.
I don't think anybody's seen all the new things yet. We are continuing to push it every day. I think what you see though, when we put an image up on the screen from Way of Water, is a whole new level of photorealism in the world of Pandora. And it starts with the performance of the characters, where we see more detail in their faces. But to me, the transportive quality of scenes where you go in the water.
Look, Avatar to me has felt like a dream. It was a dream to get the job. It was a dream doing it. And it's a dream when you watch the first one. And for now, we've been allowed to play and create this new dream. And now we're allowed to share it, and you're hoping that, that those feelings are going to come back for an audience. It just is. It's an immersive kind of quality that Jim's created. So that's what I'm looking forward to most, seeing that reaction.
I mean, it's like a child you love or something like that, But I would say that really what it is anticipation, pride, and a slight degree of nervousness because I want everyone to love it the way it deserves to be loved.